Hi everyone, it's Kate from the Forge Line. I am back this week with the edit. I hope you're all having a nice weekend. It's the weekend before Easter, which is exciting. It feels like, I don't know, Easter always feels very hopeful, always going to have a little bit of time off. So if this is the weekend, I feel, where you start like planning, if you do have a bit of time next weekend to actually do some stuff, you can start planning this weekend. There are some great patterns this week. It's another bumper week. So I am going to get cracking. So first, we've got two patterns from Leisel and Co. Both of these are available in paper and PDF. The first one is called the North Bridge jumpsuit. So sizing on this is a UK 8 to 20. There are different bust cut options as well. So there's an A, B and a CD cut on the bust, which is fab. So this feels a little bit like, it's a nod to the Zadie, I would say. It's got that similar sort of feel, but it's got this really interesting detail at the waist. So if I show you, I'll show you some pictures so you can see what's going on in the line drawing. So it's a kind of wrap at the front, but it's like a faux wrap because it's sewn in. And then this main detail is this sort of sheared, elasticated waist. It's got a drawstring. There are two different options. You can either choose from a short sleeve and a long sleeve, and the short sleeves have these nice little tabs with a little turn up, which is a great detail. Wide legged. You can make it as a kind of longer jumpsuit or a little play suit and cut them off to be shorts as well. But the sleeve, the longer sleeve, has got an interesting, it's got a kind of seam in it, which adds quite a lot of shaping in it. So it's a kind of like a bell-shaped sleeve, which I really like, and it makes it quite interesting. Yeah, it's just a great pattern. So if you like the Leisel and Co blocks, you're looking for a jumpsuit, this one is definitely worth going and having a little snoop at to see if it's for you. Next up, we have got another Leisel and Co one. It's called the Chacarita wrap dress. Paper and PDF. Sizing on this is 8 to 20, and again there's an A, B, C and separate D bust cut options for this one. I love this. This is really great because it was one of those patterns I was like, oh, it looks quite sweet, but it's a kind of a wrap dress, but the interesting detail is that the wrap is at the back of the dress. And I just thought that was quite cool. It's interesting. So it's got a little tie at the front, you can see, and you can choose between a kind of short sleeve and a long sleeve. But yeah, and the wrap goes all the way down the back, so you have this kind of, you know, the separate panel at the back. I just thought it was quite interesting. I don't think I've seen that before on a pattern. And yeah, it just adds, it's quite a fun one, and I like the tie detail. So yeah, if you've got like, looking for kind of, I thought this would be a good like work dress, or like you could totally wear this to an event or something. So yeah, that is also there. Next up, we've got such a good bag pattern from BF Patterns, which is Blackbird Fabrics. They're really nailing the bags at the moment. So it's called the Mia Messenger bag. It's just one size for this one. I don't know why I need to do the cardboard box size at you, so it's just one size for this one. I just thought it was really useful. So it's kind of a messenger bag. You can wear it over your shoulder, or you can have it kind of crossbody. There is a kind of gusset that's sewn all the way around, which adds quite a lot of kind of depth for storage of stuff. There are pockets on the outside which are really great, a double pocket which is really useful, so you can have kind of keys and stuff on the outside or whatever. And then there's a little one of those little like magnetic clasps that can hold it shut. But I love this. I think the proportion of it is great. I think it's really useful. It would also be, if you've got a kind of, I was thinking, if you've got a teenager who likes sewing, this could be quite a nice bag project if you've got Easter holidays and stuff coming up. Actually, we're in them, aren't we? We're in Easter holidays. So yeah, that is there, which is really great. Then we have got next, this two patterns from Merchant and Mills. So you can buy them, I will say, as a bundle. They've got kind of a bundle of 3 patterns, but you can now buy 2 of them separately. So the first one is the Merchant and Mills Relaxed Blind. It's PDF pattern, and it's the instructions on how to make a kind of like a draped Roman blind. If I show you some pictures, you'll see what I mean. So it's not the classic where it kind of folds. It's got this like beautiful, it kind of pulls everything up at the side. It's designed for a lightweight curtain. So I would say like something that isn't like properly lined. If you want like blackout sort of vibe, this is not going to be the one for you. But if you are looking for something to let like block a little bit of the light, or if you live in a city, basically if you don't want people looking in where you live, I thought this is, yeah, it's really beautiful. I really like that sort of relaxed feel. As someone who nerds out on interiors, this is very much the trend at the moment, this sort of relaxed blind rather than the kind of classic. But yeah, so you get all the instructions and everything, which is great. Then the next pattern, which I think this is such a clever idea. It's called Merchant Mills Quilt and Sofa Bed Topper. It's PDF. So anyone who has pets or children, or yeah, those are probably the two main culprits. The sofa topper is such a clever idea. So it's a slightly quilted, padded topper that you can basically tuck at either end of your sofa, and it prevents it getting trashed. So it's double-sided, so you could actually have two different fabrics as well. You could have a fabric on the top, bottom, so you can turn it over, washable. But it's, instead of basically having a ratty blanket, which is what I have, tucked in, this feels like really chic and it would look amazing. I keep meaning to make one of these and I just haven't got around to it yet, but I think it would look beautiful on everyone's sofas. And obviously you can then also, sorry, I've just gone on about that one, you could have it on top as a like little if you've got bench seating, it would be a really nice little kind of you know, a little bit of cushioning. You can have it on a bed, so like a heavy quilted blanket, which is really beautiful. So I just think they're beautiful. So if you haven't seen that, I keep looking at it thinking I must make the sofa topper one. Maybe this is my moment. It's time to do it. Then we've got a pattern from Tilly and the Buttons. This is available in paper and PDF. It's called the Samara top. Sizing on this is a UK 6 to 34. Now this is a super, obviously everyone who is familiar with Tilly and the Button patterns knows she specialises in beginner patterns, and this is a really super simple pattern. So either you are new to sewing or you fancy a like really speedy, quick, simple sew, this one is definitely worth going and having a look at. So I'll show you the line drawing so you can see what I mean. So there are different options. You can either have it, well, it's kind of the kind of core features have got these grown on sleeves, so you don't have to set in a sleeve, which makes everything a lot easier. It's got a V-neck with a facing, so you just pull it on, and then you can choose between different sleeve options. You can either have it elasticated so that it creates a sort of balloon shape, and you can have those at different lengths. You can have it kind of without the elastic at the end, so it's kind of a longer one. You can have it shorter with turn-ups like a t-shirt. So there's quite a lot of things that you could do, and I feel like there's quite an you could have some interesting colour blocking. You know, you can make the sleeve bits in a different fabric. It would look quite interesting if you want to kind of have a bit more of a play around with the kind of proportions of it. But yeah, I thought it was a really fun pattern, so if you are looking for a nice simple one, it's definitely worth having a look at. Then we've got another pattern from Merchant and Mills. It's the TN34 parka. So this is separate to they have another parka which is the TN31, and we didn't know what the TN meant, but it's actually postcodes, a different postcode. So one is of Hastings, and I can't remember where the other one is. I should have got that. Maybe it's Rye and Hastings. Yeah, maybe it's Rye and Hastings. So this is a unisex pattern. Let me show you the line drawing so you can see what is going on. This is like your classic pattern. It's a fishtail parka, so it comes down slightly curved at the back, zips up the front. There's stitching around the waist so that you can cinch it in if you want. There's a hood. You can either make it with the hood or without, and I really like the detail on the one without the hood. It almost looks like a little bomber jacket. It feels like a really useful item. And their other pattern is always, the TN31 has always been so popular. But yeah, it's there if you're looking for a sort of anorak pattern. I think it just looks amazing. Like all of their patterns, I love it. So yeah, that could be a fun sort of spring project. Then we have got a new limited edition release from Kylie and the Machines. I was thinking this would make a really lovely Easter present. If you don't want to give someone chocolate, I mean, most people love chocolate, but for anyone who doesn't like chocolate or can't eat chocolate, I was thinking this would be a really lovely Easter gift. So it's a collaboration with Claire Ritchie, and she has done illustrations, and it's called Full Bloom, and you get 14, so you get 14 labels in the packet, and they're all kind of flower related, and they're really beautiful and graphic. So if you like them, I thought that would be a nice little Easter treat, maybe treat for yourself. Why not? It's Easter. And then finally, we've got 2 quilt patterns. I know we've had quite a few quilts, and we had a few comments talking about them. I will do them quickly. If you don't like quilts, switch off now. But this one is sewing related. It's so great. It's the pen and paper Stay Sharp quilt, and they are super cute little scissors. I just think that it's so beautiful. What a cool idea. And obviously, because they always have them in a few different colorways, so it's quite nice to see. It looks like the pattern is a one size quilt for this one. But yeah, so if you're looking for a quilt, this might be a fun project. I mean, super cute. Then the other pattern we've got from them is the Oh My Cacti quilt, which is also super fun. These lovely little cactuses with the flowers on. And again, they've got them in different colorways so you can see. But actually, as someone who knows nothing about quilting, this one doesn't look too tricky. Anyone who quilts, you can correct me. But this one doesn't actually look too hard. Maybe I've got it all wrong. I probably do. But yeah, I thought that was a really, oh no, actually looking at it, maybe it does look quite complicated. I think it is complicated to get all the curves. Ignore me, I don't know what I'm talking about. Yes, so that one is also there from the person who knows nothing about quilting. Right, that is it from me this week. I hope that was useful and you found something nice to sew. I'll be back soon with another video. Have a lovely rest of your weekend. Bye!